Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Gunpla TV sponsored by HobbyLink Japan. In our previous episode we showed you the brand new HD Shinanji, and as you can see we've got the brand new MG RGZ here today. And I'm actually not going to show you this in the episode because we're going to be working on something else, but I wanted everybody to see it because all I have to say is this kit is really cool. It totally transforms into its Wave Rider mode, and I would do it for you on the video, but it takes about half an hour for me to get it right, so I'm just going to put this aside for now. And today we're going to talk about seam lines and how you can remove them in preparation for painting. And all you really need to do that is some cement. So let's get to it. Alright, so here I've got the rifle for the MG Wing Endless Waltz kit, and I'm going to glue it together and remove some seam lines. Now in some cases you'll see there's some extra pieces that are supposed to fit in before you while you assemble it. And because I'm gluing the seam lines, because I intend to paint, I'm going to be painting this a different color, which means I'm not going to include this in the build right now. I'm going to have to modify it and stick it in later, but we'll show you that afterwards. So I've got my pieces laid out and I have my cement. Here it is, to me is cement. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a generous amount of cement all along here where the seams are, and then I'm going to glue it together. So here we are. Get out my cement here and start laying it on there. I said generous, and I'm being overly generous, I think, simply for the sake of video here, but we're going to drill this on here. And you want to do the other side as well. You want this glue, when you press this kit together, you want this glue to come squishing out and fill that gap. So here we are. Roll this over here. Push it together as best you can. Hold it like this. Now, it helps in this case to have things like this clamp here. What I can do to keep the pressure on is just stick it in the clamp. Stick it in the clamp like this. And what this will do is it'll hold it while the glue comes out here. It might be difficult to see in this shot, but the glue is coming out here. Right here. You can see it all along the bottom here. That's the part we're working on for now in the video. So I'll leave this for now. And because there's two rifles in this waltz kit, I actually did one the other day at home in preparation. So here it is. This glue has dried. What I'm going to do now is I need to take my sandpaper and I need to remove all of this glue, this dry glue here. And what I've done, what I usually use is Tamiya 400 grit sandpaper. So here's my piece, and I'm just going to take it and go across all this glue that I've laid on here. And sand it smooth here. You'll take the glue away. You'll take some plastic away, of course, but that's not a problem. Remember, you're going to be painting this, so you get a chance to put some primer on to cover up any mistakes and things like that. You can go back in with putty. So right away you can see this is already smoother here. You don't really see the division where the two pieces joined. It's already smooth. Rub your finger along it. Looks good. Okay, there's a little bit of an opening there. I can always go back in with some glue afterwards, maybe some putty. Let's try this other part here. I tend to start with 400 grit sandpaper because it removes a lot of glue very quickly, and then I'll come back afterwards with 1000, 1200, 15, even 2000 depending how smooth I want it. Clean this off a bit here. Where did the seam line go? See, it's disappeared. I removed it simply with glue and sandpaper. And we'll give this one more try here. See if I can get a 3 for 3. Clean that up a bit. The seam line's more or less been removed. There's some extra glue there I'm going to have to take off after. But as you can see, it's nice and smooth now. I can do this afterwards. Okay, so we talked about modding of pieces. So the piece as it is, if I try to put it in here, of course it's not going to go because it has to go pre-assembly. So what I've done is I've actually taken my cutters to this piece and cut it so that I can slide it in while it's already assembled, just like this. Now, so what I would do is I would paint this piece put a little bit of glue on the end and then slap it in there so I have a rifle that's 2 different colors. And just like that, seam lines have been removed, right? I've got a modification on there, and it's ready for painting. Not bad, eh? And that wraps up today's episode on the simple procedure of removing some seam lines. Now there's other techniques that people use to remove seam lines using baby powder and putty and things like that. We're not going to show you that on Gunpla TV, but what we want is for you users out there to submit your tutorials on how to remove seam lines. You can submit it or send it to us via email or video or pictures. Anything is fine. We want to learn from you as well. And we had a question on our previous episode from Yuri. He responded right away, and he loves the HD shenanigans as well. And he asked if we can paint it on Gunpla TV. Well, of course we can. You want me to work on the shenanigans some more? I'll be glad to do it. So what we're going to do is the next couple episodes, we're going to look at painting techniques to get a certain type of finish. And we're going to use the HD shenanigans as a kit for that. So look forward to that. And we'll see you next time.